Hi everyone, happy Friday. My name is Britney Javens. I am the co-founder of the Legacy team at Keller North Atlanta in Alpharetta, Georgia. So I wanted to make a step-by-step guide for you guys for buying your first home in the Metro Atlanta area. I'm based out of Alpharetta. I live in Roswell, but I do a pretty broad area, pretty much Fulton County, Cobb County, Cherokee, Forsyth, and Gwinnett County. I grew up kind of all over, so I end up going to all those places anyways. So I'm happy to work any of those kind of areas, but just want to get into this step-by-step guide with you guys. I know it can be exciting, but also kind of overwhelming buying your first home. Luckily, you do not have to figure it out all alone. I'm here to help you every step of the way through the process so you feel very confident from your first showing all the way till closing day. So your first step is going to be getting pre-approved with the right lender. And luckily for everyone, I do have some lenders that I can get you connected with if you don't have somebody that you already know and trust. We can also talk if you are interested in using a bank or a credit union. We can talk about some pros and cons about doing that and maybe talking with a lender and talking with your bank if that's something you're interested in. So we can definitely talk over those options. Just want to make sure that you know what you can comfortably afford, what your monthly payment would look like, and it gives us clarity and to show that to the sellers that you are serious when we go to make an offer since you have a pre-approval. Step 2 is going to be defining your wants and needs. So I do a buyer consultation so we can talk through a little 4-page questionnaire that clarifies your must-haves, nice-to-haves, and things you can live without. So we'll just go over those and then try to get to a realistic place of what things we can and cannot get in a home in your budget. And then the step 3 is understanding the market that you're in. So right now there's a lot of different markets in Georgia. It's not all fast paced. Some places are very competitive and very fast paced, while others are slower and easier to buy in. So we can talk about that and talk about which ones fit your budget and goals the best. So, and there may even be some off market opportunities that we can talk about as well. Step 4 is going to be letting me do the home search for you. You may already have some homes that you are interested in from Zillow, Redfin Realtor that you have found already. We can definitely look at those, but you don't have to do that all on your own anymore. I will set up a search for you on the MLS so you don't have to go visit open houses. You get a private showing with me every time you want to see a home so we can make it more personal. You can really see yourself living in the home. Step 5 is going to be once you get it under contract, you're going to do an inspection. You normally are going to have a due diligence of around 7 days right now. It can change depending on the market, depending on when you're watching this and you start looking. But this is going to be a very, very important step. You want to make sure that it's in good condition and that you're not getting a home with issues that you don't know about. We also do have inspectors that we can recommend for you, and I even have one that has a pay at close option if that's something that you're interested in because you don't want to have the upfront costs. We can definitely work that out as well. Then next step, once inspection is done and we've already negotiated all of that, is going to be the appraiser. And so the appraiser is a lender's way of making sure the home is worth what you agreed to pay. With FHA and VA loans, the appraiser may require certain repairs before closing, while with conventional loans, that usually isn't the case. We never really see with conventional loans having to get repairs done. But if you're FHA or VA, then we will have already done some of that discussion during the contract. But if bigger things come up, then we'll need to talk about that with the seller of getting those things done. The appraisers are assigned independently. We do not get to choose them. I don't choose them. The lender doesn't choose them. You don't choose them. But I will walk you through what the results mean and how they affect your purchase once it happens. I'm rarely seeing appraisal issues right now, but that's something we could talk through if it did happen. And if it does happen, they're typically just going to have to either drop the price to that, unless it's a really, really crazy market, which is not what we're in right now. Then you may have to make up an appraisal gap, but we're really not seeing that anymore. Step 7 is going to be once you're under contract, going towards closing, appraisal is done. We're going to get you a utility list so you can get everything set up. We're going to confirm that all of the agreed upon repairs have been completed, and then we're going to do a final walkthrough. And I do have a transaction coordinator that is going to follow up with you on all of the paperwork to make sure that it gets done on time. I'm going to follow up with you if they're not seeing that. They're going to get the utility list from the seller to make sure that you know what the utility companies are, so you can get that set up ahead of time, and I'm happy to help with any of that as well, but she will keep you on track. Step 8 is going to be closing day. This is the big day. You'll sign your paperwork, get your keys, and officially become the homeowner. So, are you ready to get started? If you're thinking about buying your first home in Metro Atlanta, I'd love to guide you through the process. If you will, reach out to me. You can send me a text, give me a call at 678-780-8238, or you can email me at britneyj@kw.com, and I will have some links below to my blog page as well that goes over this step by step, so you didn't have to take any kind of notes. You can just go straight to my blog, and you can go back to that anytime and read through these steps in case you forget them. And then if we do work together, you will get a step-by-step guide as well, so that you will have that to hang on to in paper form. I can't wait to talk to you. If you have any questions or you're just thinking about buying, reach out to me. I'd love to talk